Good morning, everybody. Welcome to 15 minutes of energize and stretch this morning. And hope that you're getting through your week this week and getting through your work. And sorry. And we can get started. So there's not going to be any props or anything today. So let's just start today with a nice big deep inhale, filling up the lungs. And then exhaling. And one more time, inhale. Fill right up, fill the belly, fill up the top of the lungs. And exhale. Excellent. And let's just start marching in place. So we want to get a little bit of movement going here. We don't want to break into a sweat or anything, but we just want to get some movement happening, especially if you've been sitting around or maybe you just got out of bed. So let's just march. You can just let the arms swing to the sides and just raising the heart rate just a little bit. And let's take that march out wide. You don't need to bring your knees up too high. Just keeping the march nice and wide. And then eventually coming up onto the toes. So side to side, side toe, side toe. And let's go ahead and add some arms. So reaching up, opposite arms, really reach it. You can start off with maybe just putting your hand over your head, but as we go along, maybe try to stretch it out a little bit, feeling a nice stretch in through the side body as you do that, but also waking up the arms, waking up the legs. Let's take that now around to the front. One arm at a time, around to the front. So again, the shoulders, getting some activation in through there. And let's just reach on down. So still toe and toe, and just reaching the hand down. Maybe bending over a little bit, bending the knees, so you're not putting too much strain on your back. And let's come out front again. Maybe you're feeling a little bit warmer. Maybe you're feeling your breath starting to be a little bit more sharp. And let's go one more time overhead. And the heart rate's probably come up a touch. All right, and then just keep going on with the feet only. Forget the arms. And let's once again just bring those knees up. This time maybe bringing them up a little higher. We're a little bit warmer now. And let's take the hands in opposite hand to opposite knee. Just going to do this for a moment. And then we're going to go into a hamstring curl at the back right now. We're going to go to the back. Just bending the knee back, bringing your feet to the back, touching opposite heel with opposite hand. And once again to the front. And then taking it to the back. And then go ahead and bring your arms down and just kind of step back and forth. Just letting your breath maybe return to normal. If it was a little bit higher, letting your heart rate come down a little bit. I just wanted to warm up before we get into some nice stretches this morning. And eventually just come to standing. Let's take one more deep breath in. Breathe in, raise the arms overhead. Exhale. Inhale all the way up. And as you exhale, let's forward fold. So folding at the hips, come on all the way down. Let your knees bend. Let your belly rest on top of your thighs and let the head go. Taking a few breaths here, really letting go. You'll feel a nice stretch in through the lower back, all the way up the back of your legs. And then bend your knees and walk your hands up to your thighs. You might want to heel toe out just a little bit for stability. And with the hands on your thighs, we're just going to do a few cat-cows here. So as you inhale, lower the belly and raise the head and raise the hips up. Exhaling, tuck the hips in. So you're tucking the pelvis in, bringing the belly button up, and your chin's going to come to your chest. Inhaling, lower the belly, lifting the head, lifting the pelvis. And exhaling, bringing the pelvis forward, belly button up, chin to chest. And go ahead and do a few more of those. Try and link your breath to the movement. So you're inhaling as you open up your heart and bring your chin up. And exhaling as you curl in. Just really warming up the spine. Getting some nice extension and flexion in through the spine. And then when you're ready, just come to a flat back and go ahead and walk all the way up. And once you come up, we're just going to start to move, rotating side to side now. Just getting a little bit of a rotation now in through the spine. So we did the flexion and the extension, and now we're just getting some rotation happening here. And as you start warming up doing this, maybe begin to just take your glance over your shoulder. So also giving your neck a little bit of a stretch. And this doesn't have to be crazy fast, just nice and gentle. And then eventually just slowing down. Hopefully you're not dizzy. Just take a moment to make sure. And once you come back to stillness here, we're going to start by taking our left foot forward and the right foot's going to come back. So really pressing the heel of the back foot down and bend the front knee so that it's over top of your ankle. If you need to adjust it all, go ahead and do that. But really pressing the foot down, the heel down on that right leg. And then while we're here, we're going to take the hands out front, around the back. Maybe your thumbs can be up like your, a football, what do you call those? Guard rail, whatever. Posts. And then flip it around, like put those posts down below. Really pressing that heel in, feeling the stretch in through the calf on the right leg. And then release that. Come up high on that back toe and pelvic tilt. So you're bringing your pelvis forward and you're going to feel a nice stretch in through the hip flexor here. You want to come down a little bit, so bending both knees down, trying not to let that front knee go ahead of your ankle. And once you come down, you're going to really feel a nice stretch in here through the hip flexor. And let's take our hand up, our right hand up. Giving the forearm a stretch. And then bringing it down. Continue to press that hip forward on the right. And then release. Bring your foot in just a touch. Put the weight on the back foot and bring the left toe up. Now feeling the stretch in through the calf on the left side. If you're resting your hands on your leg, try to avoid putting your hands on your knees. Support yourself with your thigh. And then go ahead and point and flex. Point, flex, point, flex. And then maybe go side to side. And come back to center. Let's take the weight into that front leg. We're going to take the back leg now into a quadricep stretch. So you're bringing, you're bending your knee back, your leg back, and grabbing onto your shoe or your sock or your ankle or wherever you can reach. And once you're in this position, try not to flare your leg out. Keep the leg close. And once again, pressing the hip forward. You're really going to isolate that quadricep muscle if you're pushing forward on that hip. Beautiful. And then releasing now, we're going to challenge your balance a little bit more by taking the leg across. Flex the foot so the toes coming towards the shin. And once you're in this position, come on down. So bending the knee, coming down. And then maybe taking your hands to heart center if you're a yogi. Just holding it here for a moment. And then release and shake it out. And we'll do the other side now. So we're going to take the right legs forward and the left leg's coming back, pressing the heel on the left leg back, bending the front knee so that it's over top of your ankle. Adjust if you need to. And then once we're here, we're going to take the arms behind us this time. So either holding a beach ball behind you, or if you can interlace your fingers, go ahead and do that. The important thing here is to bring the shoulder blades together so you're really opening up the chest. And just holding it here for a moment. Again, feeling a nice stretch in through the back of the left leg and your calf. Maybe feeling a little bit of a stretch in through the thigh as well on the left leg. And then release. Let's come up nice and high on the back toe. And then pelvic tilt. So bringing this forward here, bringing your hip flexor forward. And once you're feeling steady, you can come on down a little bit. Whoop. On down. Really, really feeling the stretch in here. Pushing that hip forward. Let's take the left hand back now. Stretching at the forearm. Really important if you're a golfer. The opposite way. And then release. Just take a slight step forward with that back foot and then put the weight on the back foot. Bring the front toe up. And again, if you're resting yourself, if you're balancing yourself on your left leg, make sure it's not on your knee. It's on your thigh. Really pulling the toes back towards your shin. And then go ahead and point and flex. Point and flex. Point and flex. Bring the toe down. Let's go side to side. And then coming back to center. Bring the weight forward onto the right leg this time. And we're going to take that left leg back into a quadricep stretch. So holding onto the leg, find your balance. Bring your thighs close together so you're not flared out here. Nice and close. And then go ahead and press the hip forward. And just holding it here for a moment. As you press the hip forward, you're going to isolate that quadricep muscle. Very good. And then release. Bring the leg across. Flex the foot so the toe is coming towards the shin. And then come on down. Again, challenging our balance. You can go ahead if you want, bringing your hands to heart center. Or just leaving them at your side, whatever's comfortable. And then release. Shake it out. Okay, let's take one more nice deep breath in. In, out. And in. And out. And as you come down, just roll the shoulders back. Let's roll them forward. And bring the shoulders up to the ears. Really scrunching them up and then push the shoulders down as though hands were pressing down on your shoulders. So really consciously pushing them down. Once again, lifting them up. And when you notice yourself doing this at your computer, go ahead and push them down. And release. Let's take a look over the left shoulder. Bringing the chin across the chest. Looking over the right shoulder. And coming back to center. Let's lift the head up, looking up towards the ceiling. And down. And one more time, nice and gently up. Always gentle movements with the head. And down. Let's come back to neutral, taking the left ear to the left shoulder. And go ahead and take that right arm out. Feeling a nice stretch in through the neck, through the shoulder. And lowering the hand. Bring the head back to neutral. Now the right ear comes to the right shoulder. And the left arm comes out. And I'm really feeling this one. I must have slept funny last night. Who knows? And bring the head back and the hands down. And let's take one more nice deep breath in and out. And in and reach up. Take the right hand into the left and just come over to the side. And coming back to center, switching hands. So you're taking the left hand into the right, and let's come over to the right. Nice big long side bend. And coming back to center, really reach it up high. And forward fold again, all the way down. Ragdoll, just let it all go. Resting the belly on the thighs. Bend the knees. Come on, back up. And we are done. Thank you so much for joining me for this stretch. I know I really need this stretch and really enjoy doing it for you guys. So I hope that you enjoy it as well. Have a great day, and we'll see you soon. Ciao.